क्या बोलते हैं? नो ब्रो फिर
Match found. Deathmatch. Warm up.
क्या कर रही है? स्क्रीन का छोटी करते हैं। ठीक है। तुम कहाँ कर रहे हो? अभी पूरी मिनट ना
Do what you're here to do.
फाइल में
You
देखो।
won't have a problem.
Fight.
Weapons up. Comms open. Senora. Adios. Make it interesting. I'll take it.
Dominating.
Con los guayos. Qué huevonada. All right. Got their vice. Target down.
Ten kills remaining.
Perfection.
5 kills remaining.
Rubinho versus Swan.
1 minute remaining. One kill remaining. Thirty seconds left.
Honestly, I'll take it.
No crosshair. No crosshair today. Rubinho versus Swan.
Match found. Death match. Warm up.
One dream ends, another begins.
Fight.
They are mine.
Sleep.
That makes three.
बहुत पे स्ट्रांग मिशन फुल बन गया तुम तो ये बोल रहे
İyi geceler. Goodbye. Ah be abi.
Ten kills remaining. Five kills remaining. Bam.
Enemy down.
One kill remaining.
Typical.
ये ईद पर है क्या?
मेरे को वीक है थोड़ी
ये मेरा सपना है।
ये मेरा सपना है
Match found.
हम भी खेलना भैया।
क्यों खेलूं मैं कॉम्पिस जब मेरी इच्छा ही
5 मिनट बना रहा 5
10
10
Death match. Warm up.
हट जाओ फिर दे
ये चालू करना ये स्ट्रीम करके
क्या है उसमें
हो गया 10 मिनट नहीं जा नहीं रहा तुम कह रहे थे ना तो कब तक आ रही हो क्या वो कर रहा हो जाकर बताओ
We are strong because we are together. Don't
हमारी भी आ रही है
Fight.
rise up.
बता रहे हो ये तो स्ट्रीम क्या किया था Ini doinya. हाँ फोन बैठो
Taken out.
जीजा जी काम में हाँ ठीक है
Shot down.
हाँ
हाथ हटा लो सही
Captain kill. Die. Defeated.
Dominating.
Enemy down.
Dominating.
Neutralized. Oh.
Ten kills remaining. Five kills remaining.
Silence. Down. Three gone. Now four.
One kill remaining.
Ho sperato la non faccio il penale di fermo. तुम्हारी आईडी से खेल रहा है
Match found.
तुम्हारे सब्सक्राइबर बढ़े ने
काय वाढले?
ये ले
काय वाढले?
हिंदी में दे रहा है रिक्वेस्ट शेयर रिक्वेस्ट तो है
थोड़ी तो क्या पता नहीं
तुम्हारा नाम दीजिए
Warm up.
कावे देखिए
हाँ दिख रहा
और यार खेलना
हमारी आईडी छोड़ी देखे तो नहीं ना जो
धन्यवाद
हाँ कौन सी पानी ले आओ जो क्या
सेवा को पानी खिला दूं
कॉफी अलग पिला दे जो मैं और लग रही
अलग है घूमने चाहिए
स्प्राइट की पब्लिसिटी हो जाए यार स्प्राइट की पब्लिसिटी हो जाए
Match found. Death match. Warm up.
Here.
Dominating.
Sit down. We're not done yet.
Fight.
Don't give them ground.
प्रेस ऑन कर रखे तुमने ये से ज्यादा एक्यूरेट बुलेट ट्रेसर करो
क्या कर रहा है?
बुलेट ट्रेसर ऑफ करके मारूंगा भैया रेटिंग लगा था नहीं
Down with.
पीछे पर अड़को
Headshot. One less.
तेरी 12 बजे लेकिन भाई ये सब शुक्रिया
5 is gone. That's 3. One down.
Ten kills remaining. Kills remaining. Dominating. One kill remaining.
Ended.
Match found. Deathmatch. Warm up.
Their teeth will chatter in the cold and dark.
Fight.
Where are they? Neon. Enemy down.
Dominating. Sleep. Bam.
भाई आ तो रही।
अब आई।
Ah be abi.
Ten kills remaining.
Goodbye. Geber. Typical.
5 kills remaining.
İyi geceler.
One kill remaining. Match found.
क्रॉसफेयर पे थोड़ी खेल नो क्रॉसफेयर की
Instagram tuh bisa telepon.
क्रॉसफेयर से फिर टीम वाले फीचर फीचर नहीं दे पाना
Warm up.
फुल रियल बात बिना क्रॉसफेयर के छोड़ो खराब खेलना बाकी
That moment is gone. But it'd be cool, oh. Now we are here. Here.
Fight.
Rise and bring glory.
La la la la la la la la. Wait now.
10 kills remaining. Dominating. Five kills remaining.
Kill them.
One kill remaining.
बोलिए। हाँ जी बोलिए। जी बोलिए। नहीं सर मुझे नहीं चाहिए वो बंद कर दो। नहीं चाहिए रिप्लेसमेंट की बात मैंने करी थी पर मुझे नहीं चाहिए। एक और है मेरे पास आईसीआईसीआई का एक और है कार्ड वो मैं यूज कर लूंगा उसकी बाद। मीडियम जिम जाओगे गए तो फिर वापस आ गए।
Match found.
You have good taste, my friend.
तो चलिए यार क्या
हाँ।
नेटी चलिए बर्गर किंग काट बात आया नहीं अच्छा लगा रहा है बंदे भी चलिए ना दीदी के
घूम जाओ
तुम चल तेरा
हम
मन
तो करण के साथ
नेट दिखा नेट दिख आएंगे अपन नेट दिख
करण के साथ जाऊंगा।
कहाँ
हाँ काश की
गाड़ी लेके
वही रहा है तो वही
कितने बजे
मुझे नहीं पता
बताओ जल्दी
या नहीं पता मुझे।
बताओ तो फिर हम भी घूम बेचते दिया कोई समय कितने समय पे जा रहा है
हमें नहीं पता
कोई समय काम चले जा रहा है
That's not ready. Reload. Gone.
Removes and lighting.
That's not ready.
Results.
Felix foi. Felix tá.
Reload. That's not ready. Bad luck. Teleport's ready. One dash.
निकल के 4 वोल्ट शॉट मार दे रहा वो बहुत घुस लगी थी
That's not ready.
Reloading.
That's not ready. That works.
Four. Hi. I'm pissed. Grenade.
Teleport's ready. Reloading.
Satchel out.
That's not ready.
Reloading.
That's not ready.
On my mark. Reset. Get it.
Au revoir, frérot.
Here with my coffee. That's three.
That's not ready.
Satchel out.
Teleport's ready.
My ult's ready. Satchel out.
Too slow.
Get out of my way.
बुद्धि मार रहा हूँ थोड़ा मैं नहीं मार रहा
You want to play? Let's play. That's not ready. Au revoir, frérot.
Cutting their vision. Somebody out. Go, go, go. Dropped.
I win again.
Go, go, go.
Do better.
Gotta go. Get out of here.
That's a good spot. That's not ready.
Grenade.
My ult is ready.
Reloading.
They are so dead.
Here we go. 15 kills to go. Reloading.
That's not ready. That teleport's ready.
बिना बिना क्रॉसर के ही बराबर से तो बहुत अच्छी है। वंडर पे क्या तो आता है बिना क्रॉसर के ही खेला जाएगा अभी।
Match found. Death match. Warm up. Fight.
आराम से.
पानी का अचार ना रखा।
Got ya. Slow down, kid.
Dominating.
Alvida. Got 3.
Ten kills remaining. Five kills remaining.
Yan lang ano eh, may... Yan.
Hang it up, buddy.
Kalakan?
One kill remaining.
Ginawa siya.
Kalakan? Kalakan?
Wala ka yan kayo.
तुम कर तो 16 किल मेरा क्रॉस कर
Kala ko. Ito ang RD ko yung online feed ko.
हाँ बैठो बैठो 20 किलो दिन मैं नहीं दूंगा पूरे दिन के लिए
Match found.
Side right hand ka rin.
Death match. Warm up.
Make their fear your weapon. Or use a gun, whichever.
Fight.
Stay focused.
Dominating.
Hey.
Dominating.
Night, night.
Run patrols.
Dominating.
So much for recon. Ah be abi.
Sleep. 10 kills remaining.
Enemy down.
Five kills remaining.
İyi geceler.
One kill remaining.
That makes 3.
अच्छे से चलाओ तो करेंगे अच्छे से चलाओ
कौन खेल रहा हो? ये तो सामने सामने आ
First
गया
round.
Kill Codex. अरे यार तो इस वो बीसीटी लगा हैं बीसीटी चुप रहे ये
I can't see them yet, but I can feel them getting ready.
Fight.
Where are you? Enemy down.
Dominating.
Buried.
Dominating.
Reyna killed. Knock knock. out of 5.
10 kills remaining.
One down.
Five kills remaining. One kill remaining. Match found. Deathmatch. Warm up. Dominating.
We know what we're doing. Trust each other and we'll be fine.
Fight.
Find the weak point and break it.
यार कई बार
4 मिनट दिक्कत आ रही है
कम से कम 4 डेट्स होनी चाहिए इसके लिए। Ada bola.
One dead.
La.
That's 3. Rift Walker's dead.
Oh,
Cristiano.
Sleep tight. Finished. Enough. Buried. Taken out. Enough.
Ten kills remaining.
Rift Walker's dead. Out. Buried.
5 kills remaining.
One less.
One kill remaining.
जी एंकर बिना क्रॉसर के 30 की जरूरत 30 हाँ एक बार और मार दो
तो गेम
तुम एक बार 15 मार दो वेंडल सो लगता था
राव में
Match found.
हम जोड़ के ना तुम हार गए तो बस कह रहे थे कि मार के देखा सौ
Death match. Warm up.
Attack when they're suppressed. I cut their options, they make mistakes.
Fight.
Clear to engage. Working hard. Target.
Jamília.
Sky destroyed. Kill confirmed. Tango down.
कैसा छुपा
Ten kills remaining. Five kills remaining. Dominating. 1 kill remaining.
दूर से चलाओ भाई।
No speed, really, and
Match found.
लेल बिंदु हो गई थी वो।
बहुत अच्छे खेल
हैं?
अच्छे खेल
Death match. Warm up.
Please do not mistake my smile. I take this all very seriously.
Fight.
Who will I spot first? You lose.
Dominating.
Not your best.
Dominating.
So close.
10 kills remaining. Dominating. Five kills remaining.
I don't think so.
One kill remaining.
Away with you.
ऊपर से गिरा तो कोई भी पकड़ ले। कौन है? इतने पे तो ऊपर पता नहीं। हाँ, कोई पता चला। पर हाथ का। हाँ, अरे तो देखो ये नीचे करो। ये कितना सिंपल देख रहा हूँ। जैसे कि बहुत बड़ा काम करता है। ये ऐसे पता लगता है कि
Match found. Death match. Warm up.
यार आप पर क्या ये
They're not getting the message. Leave it to me. I'll rough them up.
Fight.
Let's have some fun.
Amina la la la la la la la la la la. La la la la.
Worthless. Make it 4. K-door. The ancient's dead. Dusted. You're nothing. Nog om dig.
Ten kills remaining. Dominating.
Got you. Sova's dead.
आ जा रहा है
गीली हो गई यार, सूख नहीं रही थी, तब मैं कहते हैं कसम खा देंगे आपका सूख है गीली है, पापा बताइए सूख जाता है ना, गीला सूखा आजकल तो इंस्टेंट वाले ले लें
जा रहे हैं
नहीं
लगा लीजिए
तो लगा ले
बटन गया तो नहीं
प्रेस कर लाएंगे
5 kills remaining.
कर तो
चलो,
हम
करंट
तक
ना
ले
लगे।
लेंगे
One kill remaining.
ऊपर तो खेलता हूँ बिना क्रॉस सेट का। क्रेडिट कार्ड गेम खेला
खेलो वो तो हम खेल क्रेडिट कार्ड तुमका नहीं था कार्ड खोलो भाई
कार्ड कहाँ से खोलूं?
कार्ड इस तो खोलो है वो ना आज वो ना आज लॉगिन करेंगे ना करना 750 का देख खोलो
अरे अरे अरे लगे रहने दो ना पर इतना सारा।
ठीक है तो करो ना
अरे रख रहे हो तो लगा। लग दो कब लगे?
चलिए कहाँ है
फिर से इधर चूज स्पेसिफिक विंडो करो करो। तो फिर से करना दूसरी
बार।
select कर।
ला हाँ बजाना तो हाँ 20 सेकंड वाला है
क्यों बार आई?
हटो वो नंबर 750 भाई नहीं होता तुमसे कुछ भाई नहीं होता
ये निकाल दो निकाल दो ये।
निकाल
अरे यार देर वाल दुकान बंद है निकाल दो।
पेमेंट
दिल का दिल होगा पी को का वो कैसे पता चल कॉपीराइट तो ना लग दूसरे की वीडियो चलो।
Gonna go over some of the best day one decks in Pocket and give some general deck building advice when you start. You get packs. If you choose Charizard, Mewtwo, or Pikachu, you get different things. If you choose Charizard first, you get Charmander, full art, as well as Exeggutor. For some reason, Exeggutor is in the fire deck. If you choose Pikachu, you get the full art Squirtle, as well as Arcanine, for some reason, fire card in the Pikachu deck. And if you choose Mewtwo, you get the full art Bulbasaur, as well as Marowak EX. Now, I think my general advice here is
With 3 easy steps and my beginner's guide, by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to make a Pokemon deck. Hello and welcome to Tim's Gaming Channel. If you are new here, my name is Tim, and I create videos helping you become a more knowledgeable Pokemon trainer. So, if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Alright, so first thing is first, I have to give you 2 rules when you are making a deck to remember. So, rule number 1, your deck will be a total of 60 cards, okay? You want to make sure that you have 60 cards in your deck. You also cannot have more than 4 of the same identical card. So those are the 2 rules. Now, let's get into my 3 steps. Alright, so step number 1 is to pick a type. So for this deck, I have chosen the Fire type. I will be showing you cards that will be focused on building a Fire type deck that you can use. Whenever you are picking a type, you want to make sure that you use a mono type deck. As a beginner, it is much easier to use only 1 type rather than 2, and I'll show you why. Because here I have 2 different energies, and to balance your deck with water and electric can be challenging because you might not really know how many water and how many electric you should have. Whereas with a mono type deck, you can just put 18 energy cards in your deck and it should be good. So that is my best advice, is to use 18 of the same energy, so it is easier for you to build a beginner deck. Alright, so now that we have our 18 energies in the deck, that means we now have
42 पेन तो लाना पड़ा, तो मैं थोड़ा सीरियस हो गया हूँ। जाओ ले आओ ये नोटपैड पे लिख लो। नहीं नहीं यार, रोड नोटपैड मोबाइल में लिख लो। लिख के ले जाओ। क्या लिख के ले जाओ? और चलो।
Gone from 60 cards down to 42. So, with our remaining 42 spots, we will now move on from our 18 energy cards to trainer cards, which consist of supporters and items. So, it can be a little tricky to find the balance between supporter cards and item cards. So, I have divided them all out here. You might not be able to see all of them, but that's okay. I will explain why you might want to add certain kinds of cards. So, I'll start with the supporter cards. So, I have, out of all of the supporters and item cards, there are 20 total, and 20 total trainer cards. 11 of them are supporter cards, and like I said before, back at the beginning, how you can have up to 4 copies. So I have divided them all out here. You might not be able to see all of them, but that's okay. I will explain why you might want to add certain kinds of cards. So I'll start with the supporter cards. So I have, out of all of the supporters and item cards, there are 20 total, and 20 total trainer cards. 11 of them are supporter cards, and like I said before, back at the beginning, how you can have up to 4 copies of this same type of card. So, as you can see here, I have 4 copies of the supporter card Hop. He allows us to draw 3 cards, and a card like this is very helpful in a beginner's deck. It allows you to, if you don't have enough energy, or perhaps you don't have another basic Pokemon to put on the bench, drawing 3 cards can be very helpful. I also have 2 BD cards here, which will allow us to attach a basic energy from our hand to one of our bench Pokemon. And what this allows us to do is add more than 1 energy per turn, which can be very helpful if you need to catch up to your opponent. I have 2 copies of that card, and then I also have 2 copies of Pokekid. Pokekid allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon and put it into your hand and then shuffle your deck. I have 2 copies of this. It can be helpful if you are trying to get an evolution card and evolve one of your Pokemon. Pokekid can be very helpful. Perhaps you started the game very poorly. I have 3 copies of Professor's Research. If you either just don't have the right cards, or maybe you're in the middle of the game and you don't have a very good hand, Professor's Research can be very helpful to just discard cards and draw 7. Now, those were all of the supporter cards, and I will now show you the item cards. So there's only, out of the 20 trainer cards, there's only 9 item cards, and the reason for that is that supporter cards are generally going to be more helpful, which is why you can only use one per turn. So that is why we are going to have more of them. We have fewer item cards because they're more situational. You use them when you are in a very specific situation. Like, for example, this one copy of Ordinary Rod here, it will allow you to choose one or both of these two choices. You can either shuffle up to 2 Pokemon from your deck, or from your discard pile into your deck, or you can shuffle up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Now, putting Pokemon cards into your deck might not seem that helpful, but if you are running low and it is in the late game and you might draw too many cards and lose, you can use this card to put cards from the discard pile back into your deck, which is a very specific situation, which is why we only have one copy of it in the deck. We also only have one copy of Pokemon Catcher and Pokegear 3.0. So the Pokegear will allow you to look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal a supporter card there, and put it into your hand. Then you will shuffle your deck. This is another very specific situational card. Perhaps you do not have any supporter cards and you could really use one. You are in a pinch. This card can be very helpful, but we only have one copy. It is a very specific situation. And the Pokemon Catcher is just sort of a fun card where you can flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's Pokemon, benched Pokemon, with their active Pokemon. So perhaps you are struggling against a very specific Pokemon, or maybe your opponent has a Pokemon that's about to get knocked out, but it's on their bench. You can switch them in to the active spot and knock them out and take a prize card. Once again, we only have one copy because it is a specific situation. On to the more broad item cards. I have 4 copies, which is the maximum again, for a Great Ball. So a Great Ball will allow us to look at the top 7 cards of our deck. We may reveal a Pokemon that we find there, put them into our hand, and then shuffle the deck. The Great Ball is very helpful in all kinds of situations where you may want to get a specific Pokemon, so that is why we have 4 copies of it in here. And you might be wondering, well, doesn't PokeKid kind of do the same thing? And yes, he does. However, you can only play one supporter card in your turn, whereas you can play as many item cards as you want in your turn, which is why we have 4 of the Great Ball and only 2 of the PokeKid. Finally, I will have 2 switch cards for a situation where you may not want to waste all the energy that is attached to one of your active Pokemon. You don't want to retreat them. Perhaps they have a retreat cost of 4, which is very expensive. You may not want to waste all of that energy, so you can use a switch instead, which allows you to switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Once again, a very situational card, but that is why we have 2 of them. That's what we have for the second step. We have now gone through 18 energies and 20 trainer cards.
18 energy or 20 trainers? जोई वाला खेलना, हम घर जाते हैं जोई कर रहा हूँ, फिर आ जाना हमारे सामने। रियल बैटल क्या होता है मैं बताऊंगा, कर रहा होगी 11 सपोर्टर।
We will now move.
अब करो, हम मार मुरा देंगे।
On to the third and final step. Alright, so now we are on the third and final step, the step that is most fun. We are going to pick our Pokemon. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, you're going to pick a type, and generally speaking, you're going to pick 2 evolution chains, maybe even 3, where it'll focus around the energy type that you picked. So, for this deck I have Fire, so I will have a bunch of Fire Pokemon in this deck. However, there will be other types of Pokemon, and I will get to that later. First, let me just go back to the beginning where I mentioned dual types. I'd suggest whenever you're picking Pokemon, do not use Dragon types because they have the dual typing of whether it would be water and electric or perhaps something else, which is why I suggest if you are going to build a Pokemon deck, perhaps start with any other type of Pokemon except for Dragon. Now that I got that out of the way, let me get into it. So, to have Pokemon in our deck and to make it work properly, generally speaking, you will have 3 evolution lines and then approximately 2 to 3 basic lines, and I will show you what I mean by that. So, as you can see here, I have a evolution line that involves Scorbunny, Reboot, and Cinderace. Let me try and hold that better. Scorbunny, Reboot, and Cinderace. And these cards are going to make up our evolution line. So, because there are 2 evolutions in this, it will go from a basic to a stage 1 to a stage 2. You can find this out by looking in the top left-hand corner. we are going to have this evolution line. So here's one evolution line. I also have a Vulpix and Ninetales evolution line, which I will show you here, right? And a Wooloo and Dubwool evolution line, as you can see here, if I can pick up the card properly. A Wooloo and Dubwool evolution line. So those are 3 evolutions that we will have in the deck. And then, like I mentioned, you will have 2 basic lines. So what does that mean? You will have 2 basic Pokemon that do not evolve. As you can see here, I have Sudowoodo and then Drampa. So let me further explain how this is going to work. So, whenever you have an evolution line of 3 Pokemon, meaning you go all the way up to stage 2, you're going to have this exact amount, as I explain here. You will have 3 of the basic evolution for that card. You'll then have 3 of the stage 1 evolution for that card, as you can see, Reboot here. And then you will only have 2 of the final evolution, which will be the stage 2 card. And the reasoning for this is that if you have more than 2 stage 2 cards, you may draw too many of them early in the game and not be able to keep playing, which can be problematic, which is why you want more of the basic Pokemon and less of its final evolution. So you're probably thinking, now what do you do in the instance where you have an evolution for a Pokemon where they only evolve once, like Vulpix only evolves once into Ninetales? So what you're going to do is you're going to start again with 3 of the basic Pokemon, which is Vulpix here, and then 2 of the Ninetales. So unlike an evolution chain where we went from Scorbunny to Reboot to Cinderace, it went 3, 3, and then 2. Instead, for the Vulpix into Ninetales, it just goes 3 into 2. The same goes for Wooloo into Dubwool. So we have 3 copies of Wooloo, and then 2 copies of Dubwool. As I struggle to pick them up. As you can see here, 3 copies of Wooloo, 2 copies of Dubwool, because he only evolves once. So those were our 3 evolutions. Now for me to explain the basic Pokemon that do not evolve. So the reason you want to have these in your deck is because, generally speaking, they will require only a little bit of energy to use their moves, and they also typically have higher HP than a typical basic Pokemon that does evolve. So as you can see here, Sudowoodo has 100 HP, and both of his moves only require 1 energy, whereas Scorbunny has a move that requires up to 2 energy, but his HP is only 70 rather than 100. And generally these cards that are just basic and do not evolve typically also have a move that will help you out. So you want to use a Pokemon like Sudowoodo because he is helpful with his first move, which is Double Draw, which will allow me to draw 2 cards for only 1 energy. This is also helpful because he has a retreat cost of only 1 energy. So it's easy for you to put them into play and also retreat them when needed. And because of his high HP, they can stay in a little bit longer. As you can see here with the Drampa, he has 130 HP, which is a lot for a basic Pokemon. But that's why you want them in your deck, because you could potentially start out the game with perhaps a Drampa, you put them in, and they can stay there for a while. He also has a move that can be helpful. Well, not that helpful, but kind of helpful. Because for Dragon Pulse, it only requires 2 energy, and you will discard the top 2 cards of your deck, which may not seem that helpful, but it is a move that only requires 2 energy, but does 80 damage, which is a ton. Now you're probably also wondering, if my deck is Fire type, how can I have other cards that are not Fire type in it? So, whenever you are building a deck, I suggest also looking at a lot of normal type Pokemon cards. The reason for this is that you do not need any specific type of energy to use their moves. Whereas this Vulpix here specifically needs a Fire energy to use her Flare move. Whereas Drampa can use 2 energy of any type, meaning you can pretty much put him in any deck that you build. The same goes for pretty much any normal type Pokemon card. But then you're probably also wondering, how can I put in a Sudowoodo when he is not normal type? Well, you can look at pretty much any card, and as long as their moves do not require any specific type of energy, you can pretty much use them in any kind of deck that you want. See here, Sudowoodo has 2 moves, and neither of them require a fighting energy, even though he's a fighting type card. So altogether, we have 22 Pokemon card with 3 evolution chains, where 2 of which only go up to stage 1, whereas the main evolution chain of this deck goes up to stage 2, so we can use the Cinderace. If my camera would focus. There we go. And then, after we have the 3 evolutions and our main stage 2 evolution, we have 2 copies of just the basic cards that have higher HP and moves that can be used with any type of energy. We add them to the deck, and there you have it. We have 22 Pokemon. We've sorted out the number of Pokemon we need. We've sorted out the number of trainer cards that we need. And we've sorted out the number of energy cards to give us a total of 60 cards in our deck. And it is now usable for battle. If you need help,
जाओगे तुम भाई?
further help, you can always look for a theme deck in any type of store near you.
अपन जीत लो
The theme decks are very helpful for beginners because they have the 60 cards, they have the exact amount of Pokemon, the exact correct amount of energy cards, so that you can properly build a Pokemon deck. If you are low on energy, you can also buy a theme deck, and that will give you the 18 energy that you need. Also, if you want to build a specific type of Pokemon deck, say you want to build a water deck, but you don't have enough water energy, you could always just pretend that, say you have 18 fire energy, you could just pretend that they're water, but you should let your opponent know they don't have enough of water and you would like to use fire instead. Alright, so there you have it. Our Cinderace fire type 60 card deck has been built, and we can use it to battle our friends. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to know how to play the Pokemon trading card game, I will have a video at the end for you.
जीत नहीं सीखो
हमने जीतो अब भाई वो
अरे तुम कमी बने यार तो पता देख कहाँ है मेरी यही मेरे अच्छे कार्ड है तुम्हें पता ही
वो होते हैं
क्या है कि तेरे कप में
फायर एक्सपोर्टर को एक्स पे
हटाओ इसको पूरे को वाटर को बाहर निकालो
अरे पर अपने पास 3 एवोल्यूशन वाले है ही नहीं ना कोई कार्ड
सब हैं अब भाई तुम देख सकते हो वाटर के सारे हटाओ
वो
कहीं का शुरू है
एपिक
ए
लोकी
इसको हटाओ
मेरा पास
कोई हटाओ
ब्लेजिकन खोलो यार
लो अब भाई ब्लेजिकन खोलो बताओ काम खोलो
हमें नहीं
ये हो गए अपने ये सारे ठीक है इसको रखो अपन फायर पर फायर टाइप पे लाओ ये हो गए इतने सारे बताओ अरे सिंसियर स्टेज 1 बेसिक
टेपिक और डालो 4 3 और 2 और डालो
लो एक और बस
है ना एक और सेकंड वालों भी 2 और डालो
एक ही डाल
नहीं इंश्योर इलीगल होगा वो
क्यों ये तो खोलो
हाँ खोलो है वो तो सही बेसिक ही है
कम्बस किंग कहाँ है कम्बस किंग को डाल दो
हाँ जितने हैं उतने डाल दो
कितने ही लोग तो कितने हैं ये 3 हैं एक और
डालो ना 2 और डालो 2
एक और
दो
Charmeleon और देखो ओमर नाइट इसको डाल दो
अरे जो हाउंडूर के हटाओ कहाँ है वो हाउंडूर कहाँ है
रख लो ना तुम्हें दिक्कत हो रहा है ही नहीं जी कोई प्रॉब्लम वाली
यार तो रख लो ऐसे तो नॉर्मल टाइप के भी रख सकता था ना यही तो कह रहा है
रख रहा है और इसको बढ़ा दो 15 18 कर दो बस
अब ये थोड़ा सा देख के करना पड़ता है
सारे ट्रेनर रख लो ना बताइए ट्रेनर रख लो
नहीं ऐसे थोड़ी होता है एक ट्रेनर 4 भी रख सकता था
फायर टाइप कौन है
तुम रोको बे ये फायर
एक प्लेस अपन दे रहा हूँ टू प्ले में अगर कोई अपन 5 ड्रॉ करेंगे यदि अपन ड्रॉ कार्ड से इसको रख लो एक मास्टर को
एक तो लोपर मत करो सबसे पहले
पीछे से बॉटम हो गया ये प्रोटेन कार्ड
ये सब कोई काम के नहीं है साइड दूसरा
चूज अप टू ये वाले पोकेमॉन सॉरी जो पोकेमॉन नहीं ये दो हटाओ
जो सर्च
जो
जो रखो कहाँ है तो रखो ना
पेड़ है ही
और रखो
और क्या
अरे नहीं है ऐसे पे होता अंदर तो हम देखिए
4 हो गए तेरे
कहाँ है बता अंदर
ऊपर है ना ऊपर है मुझे दिखने नहीं 4
हाँ तो 4 काफी है सही है
कबड्डी सपोर्टर कार्ड फ्रॉम योर डिस्कार्ड
डिस्कार्ड यहाँ जा काम 2 रख अरे रेयर होना फिर वैसे यहाँ जरा रख अबे रख 4 पे खुद बस 63 होगा इलेक्ट्रिक जनरेटर हटाओ इसको इलेक्ट्रिक जनरेटर हटाओ ये लाइट नहीं है ना रुक बेसिक एनर्जी कार्ड डिस्काउंट हाँ तो करो ना जो सही है वो वाला यार ट्रेड कॉस्ट ऑफ रुक बस इफ नहीं हटा इस प्लेस अपन दे रहे जो भी कोई काम करो
कॉस्ट ऑफ अकाउंट डिस्कार्ड इज लेस। वो तो है दो पहले से ही। यू हैव मोर प्राइस कार्ड्स राइट देयर on this card and 30 more damage to जो भी रख। अरे पीछे कर। Deal all damage from of your opponent। ये भी काम। और तो इसमें नहीं पता करना है तमाम क्या मटेरियल है टेस्ट करना है। ठीक आगे हटाओ यार। ये 7 मिनट मतलब ये कितने रुक रुक रुक रुक रुक रुक रुक भाग मत 20 ट्रेनर कार्ड रखना है। 2
भी रखना है।
वो तो 20 ट्रेनर कार्ड रखना है 22 पोकेमोन रखना है।
इसको ये रखना है।
तेरा हम तो पहले ट्रेनर पे जा। इस साइड देख
नहीं देखो
ये जब बॉल हटा दे देख
क्या
कहाँ है देख। You can use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. Search your deck for a book. Reveal it and put it in the हटाओ एक हटाओ बस। जाओ बलून वालों का देख तो नहीं बलून वालों तो काम को लगा
2 रिट्रीट हो जाए
या नहीं वो जो पफिन से पफिन कहाँ है। सर्च योर डेक फॉर एक हटा दो 20 रखना है ना और हटाने पड़। रुक रुक रुक रुक
यही पे
देख
विना सुपारी के
हटा ये
हट जाओ हम खेलेंगे।
पोकेमोन रखना पड़ेगा। ये तो सही होगा 22 पोकेमोन का
22 है
बिग नाइट एक ही है ही नहीं तो सही है ना यार। अपन खोलो जी कब खोलो फिर
जो कार्ड का जब पैसा
बैटल पास
अभी जो भी एक है यार मोची।
हाँ तो जे फिर अपने का नॉर्मल पोकेमोन लेके आओ।
नॉर्मल ढूंढो ना वो तो शॉर्ट बाय करो ना जे रहे तो नॉर्मल जे कलरलेस बताओ वही के क्लिक करो ना। हाँ ये है जो रख लो तुम तो बस जो
ये तो है ना
नहीं
0 होगा ना एक तो है
हाँ एक है बस
ये और अवेलेबल ही
नहीं है तो हटाओ फिर एक पीडियोटो रखो ना
आगा लेगा ऊपर रिवॉल्व करना पड़ा
मत करो किसी भी खेल लेने का दिक्कत और स्टेज वाला वो लिलीपॉप पर्शियन बाबा इसको रखो ना प्यूरिस राइट को पिच्ची पिडियोटो अरे पूरा बाप रे बाप
है।
इसका छोटा रूप पकड़ के लाओ जाओ।
ये कौन सा पोकेमोन है
रख लो
पिकाचू तेरी
डांस फ्रेंड्स हटाओ इसका हटाओ हटाओ हटाओ
कहाँ हटाओ भाई पागल है।
रख लो नॉर्मल भी
पिचियोर तो कोई मतलब नहीं।
कोई मतलब
पर्शियन और माउस जाऊं तो रख ले।
हाँ रख लो हाँ जो 20 टाइम्स जो
ये तो ही रख ले ना ये तो ही
रख लो पर्शियन तो 2 है अपने पास एक और पर्शियन एक और है।
हाँ
जल्दी रखो इसका टाइम तो पर्शियन
इस हो गए 3 और चाहिए डांस पार्ट्स रख ले।
डांस पार्ट्स रख लो नहीं मत रखो खेल में आ एक रख लो ना स्टॉम्प पे 10x मार दो। असॉल्ट लैंडिंग और इसको रखो भाई असॉल्ट लैंडिंग को once during your first turn you may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon with 100 your deck kill them and put them to your field। रख चलो बाद में देख लीजिए धोनी प्लेयर है इसको ही रख लो बताओ एनर्जी रख लो ना 2 बार एनर्जी रख लो फटफट बना दे
पागल है
प्लेयर भाई प्लेयर
यही रख ले
ये रख लो बस ठीक है चालू करो गेम चालू कर फटाफट जल्दी जल्दी चालू करो, इतना टाइम थोड़ी है मेरे पास।
चुप रह रे।
बैटल करो ना भैया,
ओए।
होम पे जाके, होम जाओ, होम होम होम बोलो, होम पे जाओ ना।
तो 3 है तो सही है।
3 रखे तो ना बन गए।
ये कही है।
वीना ना वीना सवारी के, एडिट करो ना भैया कार्ड डेक पे जाके, नहीं पता है तुम्हें।
टॉर्चिक
जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी, अरे कैंसिल करना है
रुक
भाई।
जा यार।
वीकनेस रेजिस्टेंस,
तो ट्रेनर ट्रायल्स के काज यही आया सब। तुझे दिख रहा है, नहीं तो ऑल में है शायद।
अरे ये तो बैन है ना भैया।
पता है।
नहीं पता तुम्हें।
टॉर्चिक 2 और ऐड करो। टीचर टीचर काटा
हटाओ दोनों, कौन है रखे।
मैं कर रहा हूँ।
चलो चलो फटाक से।
रुक जा।
चल यार भाई, जो पकड़ो एक बंदर पकड़ो, सेमिस्टर
टॉर्चिक तो जैसे कर ली है।
नहीं है कोई, इसलिए वाला नहीं है, स्टेज 2 है अपन को चाहिए, स्टेज 1
स्टेज 1 तो जरा ही ना कंबस का नो।
नहीं, ब्लेजिंग भी स्टेज 1 है।
पागल है क्या? स्टेज 1
EX है, नॉर्मल चाहिए। फाइट करो तुम
आगे
टेस्ट है, एक तो कर लो कुछ तो, सारे ऑप्शन यूज कर लिया, खोल देंगे। ये क्या है? हेड्स हेड्स खोल लिया, हेड्स
घोषणा को कम हीरो ही नहीं।
अरे योर अपोनेंट कौन है, जल्दी चूज करे यार भाई। योर अपोनेंट विल गो फर्स्ट। ये बताओ कौन है, इसको उतारो फटाक से, तुझे आगे तो चुप, इसको जान दो आगे, इधर इधर अब इधर एग्जिट कॉस्ट लो इसको,
नहीं दे सकता क्वेश्चन। इस मादर चौथ का बैन क्यों नहीं?
कौन है ये?
चमचमाता हुआ देखिए।
इधर तो अपने भी कहाँ है ये? अभी यहाँ पे सभी गाना मिलना सब बाकी के, इसको ध्यान है जल्दी फटाक से। नेक्स्ट वर्ड्स क्या, सर्च योर डेक फॉर बेसिक पोकेमॉन एंड पुट इट इनटू योर टीम। ये है ना अपनी टीम, सारे लगा देगा के पागल हो जाओगे भाई। ठीक है ना, पास ही है ये लिया, ध्यान से देख रहा सारे लिए थे मेरे पास। ये बेसिक पोकेमॉन है, हमारी भी नहीं है, हम खत्म भी कर सकते हैं। अब भाई से कहाँ करो तो पहले बचे एनर्जी तो ये इसको बाहर कर लो, छोड़ दो। टेपिक को बुलाओ ध्यान से। अरे अभी नहीं बनेगा भाई यार, उसको कुछ एनर्जी तो दो, आई एनर्जी जबरदस्त करो करो, यूज करो फटाक से। बेसिक पोकेमॉन बुला लो, 4 बेसिक चाहिए मेरे को। एक इसको बुला लो फटाक से, इसको रख लो, और एक ही बुला सकते हो। बुलाओ इसको, भेजो आगे। ठीक है हील वाला, हाँ इसको भरो, गलती इसको भरो, पूरी पूरी हो जानी चाहिए। इसको आगे बताओ, और आगे नहीं रहने, मत बुलाओ मत बुलाओ मत बुलाओ। अरे 120 नहीं दिख रही तुम्हें अभी?
हाँ तो एक भरी
अरे तो भरी नहीं, जब भाई गाड़ी भी है देखो कर लेते।
2 आप ही बुला लें।
रिट्रीट कॉस्ट 2 है उसकी, रिट्रीट कॉस्ट 2 है भाई। अरे और 40 मिनट कितनी टाइम तो वो 200 HP हो गई भाई की। डिलीट कर दो, आ गया इस पे आ गया मान
वो कहाँ
इस पे
हम बस कौन
काट बची है इसको मार तो खत्म हो गया
मार दो ये तो मारा ही
180 हो गई एचपी को खत्म करोना भैया चूस मार ले तो उठा लो तुम
हाँ उठा लो
एक्चुअली प्राइस का 4 बचे पे जल्दी आ रहा है अपन कार्ड खोल दो
तो एनर्जी आया वाली गलती से डिस्कार्ड होगा
चल फास्ट हो रहा है फालतू में टाइम लगा रहे हो तो थोड़ी खेले तो है कोई
चुप रहे यार
कोई खेले तो
हाँ
कौन खेले
खेला
दोनों के लिए जब बात अच्छा
वो है हमारी
जल्दी कोई भी हो चुका है ठीक है आओ तो कितने सही करो बिना एनर्जी कैसे रखो इस हाँ भाई इसको तो आते हैं नहीं कैसे ही बता दो
चुप रहे यार तेरे पे खेला खेला बना नहीं
हाल तो तुम्हारा
तुम्हारी वजह से आए
कंसीड कर दो ना तो फिर हाँ बताओ ठीक है तुम बना तो ये बॉस ऑर्डर तो चलते नहीं है हैं
कुछ अलग कहाँ मिलेगा
ठीक तो किया बैकग्राउंड डेक शूटिंग लो ये बैकग्राउंड डेक किल्ली कर रहे हो
हम कर दो देखो आगे में मैं डिलीट अकाउंट में एग्जिट
हम क्या कर रहा है
छक्का गया
अरे जाकर खेल
देख रहा है
भूख लगे यार
और क्या जाऊँ आज भूख ही नहीं जवान भी उधर भाई
क्या कहा डिस्प्ले शेयर होता है
क्या खाना है भाई
रोटी बनाई हो ना मेरे
हाँ
भाई ने क्या
हम भाई kayak
बिना क्रॉस करके मारना भी
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate's ready.
Wait, that's a cow. I'm scared, Lord. Why are there two in window?
No! Be standing with 5 still late into the round. And the pressure put into heaven. This could be a mistake. It certainly is as Fluorescent rounds the corner first. Ruxic, a lot of presence from Apex, especially with this ult coming through. That's confirming that the hit is on its way. They know about Avova. The TP coming out of the ult up top's being heard. Avova and Batu dealt with. They're ready for Fluorescent to be around here. Even still. What's that? I can't believe I just saw that. You can replay that, maybe even now. Screw the round. 2v2. Shao, 32 HP. Tom, all thanks to Fluorescent, this is winnable.
I wouldn't want to walk anywhere near. Don't even go near a wall that Fluorescent is looking at because you might just fall gun barrel spotted. A 4th kill already for Fluorescent and she will take over this round completely.
just kill her
अच्छा मैं ऐसे ही खेला
ये मारा नहीं तो bro
I think so.
गलत नहीं है
Nice play. I'm going over to bomb now. Oh, Victor, haven't played. Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Sort of like 50 feet or something. They did A reclear, A trap. Yeah, they smoked me dead.
सब खेला
Embarrassing.
One enemy remaining.
यहाँ से इस तरह को भी होगा
Then you can play. No, not really. It's a good coach, sure, but there's not really good ones.
Oh my god. Her boss wanted to be short. Omen,
हम जान नहीं सकते हमारे मजाक की बात छोड़ी हम इसकी मेहनत करता ही नहीं नहीं था ना बीच में कराने लगे थे तो थोड़े अपने बल्लम बवाल जो लोग हैं उनको लगता कि यार मजाक भी चल रहा मैंने भी चलो तो मजाक ही कर
ये सामने मार दे ये सामने आ रही मार
enemy remaining.
You press your R ability and then you disable them. So like the towers can't shoot at you anymore.
Holy shit. I got the clip. I got it all.
एक को आ रहा और एक को आ क्या हो रहा है
Again, it looks like an early brawl.
GG's.
It is indeed, and it's Camo going down. Kiko still holding ground, and Kamek stepping up for the fight. Another big push early on from Team Liquid. It's not ended up in the best position. Fluorescent pops off with those last two. That puts her up to 4 kills already. And it's Nats, the player who clutched the previous round, now meeting his demise. Fluorescent answers back.
You're looking at a player, the first to make it from game changers into the league, acing versus Team Liquid, a mainstay within the VCT. And there are players on the other side as well that you're talking about, highly experienced, a minimum of a year within the league, if not more.
I mean, I don't want to say expected, but you said they prioritised it. This was the plan. Go for a 20-second, 30-second hit towards that A site. Evova's still around though. And Click was completely blind. His flashes have been stunning. Was that? It's got to be from Molesy. That was perfect. The reveal very good. Is one Evova going to be dealt with? Mini's there. Roy's there. Going to go back in, try and make that pressure happen. But Swan on line 3. Odorous goes down. The floor's on the site, and that's got to go. Absolutely nuclear. And she. That's a 7 for Apex.
Yeah.
Red Bull clutch and a half. But these flashes, we've been talking about the flashes leading up. This Sonics have been really nice, just catching, like in the air in this, kind of playing it back through.
The transfer mates were phenomenal. It's just wrong. Beautiful.
Come on,
Like we were discussing before the game. And look to the Euro level end of this match.
Yeah. One's fighting spawn. Walking out the rep.
The pincer maneuver out of Shopify Rebellion. Flashed out
No,
to an attack. Towards the backup, the defensive spawn. Towards the boxes is Daiki. And we have 2 beautiful entries out from Fluorescent. What a pick there! A tap right in the face of Astana. Blade Storm now activated.
She wants
Hug it out pretty much.
She wants more, Vance. She wants more, and as she should.
Already looking up towards the window. Sees the barrel of the gun of Eva. The smoke comes out. There you go, right in the dome with the 4 daggers. The right click coming through for the last kill in the Yeast.
And it's Shopify to do a double pump exec, but the threat coming out for Shopify, it looks clean.
You can already see it right there. That flash coming out from Alexis to allow Floor to get this highlight reel. I think this is a 3rd ace within the Game Changers. And what a way to kick things off here for Fluorescent.
Better solution.
हम कंट्रोल दबा सकते तुम्हारे अच्छे नाम गेम देखा इन्होंने तो पापा को देखते क्या सबसे बेस्ट चीज होता है भाई मैं थोड़ा धीरे धीरे करके जा ऐसे करो यार पता और तो कुछ सीखो हमने सीख लो अगला बार तो सीख लो अभी तो फिल्म जा रही थी सारे गेम में मार पाया कट्टा तो हमसे आ नहीं था ये मार दे तो बहुत नॉर्मल शॉट खतरनाक से इसको दिखाओ अपना लोग घबरा जाए तो कितना खतरनाक हुआ था यहाँ का ऑटोमेटिक था
Like that weak side, bookie link. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Nice. What? Nice. I'm going C, I'm going C.
One enemy remaining. Planted.
You're nothing.
With both, no? Out on the left.
Don't insult me.
Oh.
Oh, elbow.
Enemy remaining.
दो है तुमको उड़ जाओ यार भाई मुंह पे लगी यार तू लोग से है भाई
हेलो
हट जा
हाँ कर
Okay.
कहाँ पे
You got all? Oh, 4.
इधर कहाँ पे पेंसिल लगा रहा हूँ
Oh boy!
अन्नपूर्णा थोड़ी हो भाई पागल हो गया
Sarah, she's gonna get so close to climb, but a barrel spotted, maybe not in time.
पेंसिल में भी नहीं सिंधी कॉलोनी में वो गलानी है ना गलानी
She's a little rat demon sitting back in spawn. There's 3 players about to walk into a crossfire, and the rest of Shopify are coming back to fight with her. But they're all here, turning it around. Fluorescent with the 4K on the pistol. It's a 1-on-2. The round is not lost.
A one-way in her face. Wawa. Does she take the walk here? Can she find an opening now on the swing? She whips it and floats it for the trade. An ace on the global stage. Not a reaction.
No reaction.
Another day in the office.
Absolutely. I mean, it starts out with that trade through the wall, and then I really like this call from Shopify on the fly. That they knew the fight had come out through mid. I believe they'd either heard a flash or some piece of breach utility.
तगड़ेच नहीं दिखा यार वो
रियल एम्बोर्ड देखना है तो गोगोर एक्स खोल लो ये हटा दो निकला
Pokoknya 2 lawan 4. Paket susah tentunya bagi para pemain Sarpan ingin melakukan retake ini karena aduh dari last man stand memang dapat 1 tetapi double pick yang sangat kuat membuat Sarpan once again untuk bisa mendapatkan kemenangan. What a solid strategy from Naos. Terlihat perlahan tapi pasti mereka coba untuk ke A tetapi mereka tidak straight to the point ke A. Mereka coba untuk dulu dari Hoki dapat 1 kill itu tidak membuat mereka langsung tapi mereka slowly approach seakan-akan mempersiapkan adanya plan B. Semisalnya kalau mereka menuju ke set A gagal sudah rencana mereka jadi masih ada plan B menuju ke set B. Jadi memang bagus banget di sini permainan dari Naos. Mereka berpikir one step ahead, memikirkan worst case can be happen. Dan sekarang masuk ke ronde kedua, ada para pemain dari Summer coba bermain dengan senjata yang nggak terlalu maksimal. Hanya Kadum saja yang membeli sebuah Marshall, sedangkan di sisi lain para pemain dari Naos mencoba untuk mempanis 2 pemain dari Sharper yang bermain akal dan akhirnya terdelete sudah 2 pemain itu. Ini seakan 3 orang saja yang lari berbondong-bondong menuju ke side C.
Side C yang nampaknya lagi-lagi menjadi sebuah distraksi oleh para pemain dari Naos, tapi ada Lore sebuah step yang nampaknya menuju ke arah side karena para pemain dari Sharper Esport lainnya mereka sudah mulai melakukan rotasi secara perlahan. Naos coba untuk melihat ke arah lainnya tapi nampaknya low range. Flag-nya telat. Spike sudah berhasil di plan menyisakan LBY dan juga Kadum yang hanya bermodalkan 1 buah klasik dan 1 buah Marshall. Jadi tentunya ini bukan merupakan sebuah modal yang bisa memberikan sebuah ancaman. Mereka punya primary yang lebih kuat, tapi apabila Marshallnya bisa connect ataupun quick ke kepala para pemain dari Naos, ini mungkin akan menjadi sebuah cerita yang cukup berbeda. Tapi Kadum posnya udah ketahuan, double pick bakal coba untuk dilakukan oleh para pemain dari Naos dan dari seorang Kadum, sedangkan LBY apa yang bisa ia lakukan dengan seonggok klasik berhadapan dengan 2 pemain. Sehingga another ronde yang sangat solid diperlihatkan kembali oleh para pemain dari Naos. Meskipun dari arah side C-nya tadi bisa dibilang dari seorang Sun tadi kalau nggak salah, dia bisa tertek sampai 20 HP, berhasil ditumbangkan. Dan lagi-lagi ya, Sharper atau lebih tepatnya Naos yang sudah dikatakan oleh dulu sebelumnya, mereka selalu punya opsi untuk pindah, nggak harus masuk ataupun komit ke salah satu side, dan itu kembali dilakukan oleh para pemain Naos. Pada side C-nya tadi nampaknya justru malah pindah beralih ke area B-side. Namun di ronde ketiga ataupun bonus round, para pemain dari Sharper bakal coba untuk sedikit commit fight ke area Rubble. Lawrence naik. Dan nampaknya para pemain dari Naos perlahan mereka coba untuk cari informasi. Sneaky picky dari seorang Sun, cukup nakal nampaknya. Untungnya masih bisa survive dengan 77 HP. Sedangkan Lawrence sekalipun posnya udah ketahuan, tersisa 25 HP. Bakal coba untuk memanfaatkan throw the step. LBY datang untuk melakukan backup.
Eldorado.
Masih selamat nampaknya, belum adanya pertumpahan darah dan nampaknya Naos mereka akan coba untuk komit ke area B-side ataukah mungkin pergerakan dari Moyer yang mencoba untuk cari inisiasi lain ke side B ataupun C. Nampaknya sebelum ada informasi tambahan kali ini salah satu pemain dari Moyer dengan ghostnya justru berhasil mendapatkan 2 pemain. Hanya bermodalkan sebuah ghost dengan 2 senjata padahal left. Nugget berhasil melakukan trade. Spike sudah di plan.
देखो अब शॉट देखो तो मार सकते हो
3 lawan 2 kali ini. Vandal dan juga ada satu buah outlaw. LBY-nya pun tumbang menyisakan Nivi seorang diri yang hanya bermodalkan outlaw. Posisinya pun juga udah ketahuan. Ini akan menjadi
आराम से आउटलेट चलाओ तो ऐसे थोड़ा यार
इस गार्ड है खड़े कुत्ता है नॉट इंटरेस्टेड नॉट इंटरेस्टेड
डिलीवरी करता
हम बवासी उसको नॉट इंटरेस्टेड ये पिक्चर है अच्छी
Oh, Jay Salana?
PUBG.
PUBG, huh?
The river at this point. And screws it. Meanwhile, Force Sharper going to do a little pre-scouting with the rest of the boys as they are finally now leaving Jadina City. They will be chasing down the bags of the expendables who have just arrived in the southeastern part of the circle.
I mean, not saying that this is something they would have done regardless of how the first two games turned out, but to the unknown viewer, it comes across as great adaptability. Their main issue for Shabba was being able to keep four guys alive through the first rotation, and what better way to try and secure your first couple of moves by having a guy up in the air and sat there making sure that there's a safe passage for your players to rotate through. So a smart little adjustment for Shabba. Should that be the case here?
In game one, they lost one as they rotated directly into Gen G. And then in game two, they get backfilled as they make their way out of ES9 and lose one that way. So, yeah, it's, I don't want to go back to Toby's tips from game number 2, but making your way into the late game with 4 players alive is definitely a, is on the checklist.
We now know what our plaques are going to say when we get rewarded. 4 alive is better than 3 alive. You heard it here first, kids.
There you go.
You heard it here first. Now, these circles are always interesting because I think circle, what should we call it, superstition plays into it. The fact that these never go north means that a lot of people are banking on Neox, Test Strike in and around there. So even if for now there's the statistical, well, I guess equal chance that the next couple of circles could go up there, we're going to, I would imagine, see maybe one team end up on the northern side of this river by the time Phase 2 pops. I mean, that would almost guaranteedly be Berlin if they even end up staying.
Yeah, everybody just, and you see it on Rondo and Tego especially, is that in a lot of circles you'll see them more, spread out around the edges, around the middle. If your drop spot was well outside, so take your time to come in. Play around the edges, but this one, since it's so well known and everybody knows where the heat map is on this one, you see so many, all the teams that are already there, 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes in, are going towards the center, dead center, as you said, south of the river, but also farther north of the southern border of the zone. And nobody really opting towards playing the edges here because everybody knows if you can get a compound in there, this is, it's gonna help you out a lot more towards the late game.
And for those of you guys wondering what in the world are these two guys talking about, make sure to have the map stream open, exclamation mark map, and you will have a much better viewing experience with preferably both main and map feed open, where you can keep track of all these rotations coming through because they are pretty important to keep track of in understanding how and where teams how they like to rotate through. And for BB team, as we've seen so many times before, they play it slow, they take their time out on the edge of the circle. I'm not sure if they just gave him the extra gas can so that he can land on the scout forward, but they are as slow as can be, and this time around compared to last game, 4 alive in the early game, which is better.
Master Card sponsor,
could be.
We'll see. Look, they've got all the space in the world. They're coming from that northern side. They've got. They don't worry that much. That's true, but Kickstart and the rest of the boys, taking their time as well. Kickstart the farthest, actually the closest to the boys. The rest of the team just going to wait for him. Go ahead and get ahead of them. They're scouting from the skies. We've always had that question. Is it better to have one of your best shooters be in the glider, or is it better to have your IGL or somebody like that in the glider that can just kind of position your shooters in a better location? Okay.
Because that's 90, but this is 99% scouting. Info gathering and being able to relay that to your team, whether you're the IGL feeding the info from here directly to the entire team, or if you're the scout set up here feeding it to the IGL and then process it and feeds it to the rest of the team. I think you need the more cerebral guy in the end. Toyo, well, they got the tank out. The BRDM is in play. We'll see if they can make use of it, or if it's even going to stay alive to the end game.
Right now, their current issue is that they are on the eastern side of this river, and Sharper is kind of in a spot where they can do a little gatekeeping. So we'll see. It looks like Toyo's very comfortable in just, I mean, especially when they have that BRDM, just hang out on that eastern side, wait for the next pop, see where you have to go. Well, an E-pickup has been popped. Delwyn, the Expendables. Yeah, Delwyn, the rest of the team nowhere really near that. I think this is mostly, info gathering, and I don't think, I mean, even if this did hard shift over to the west,
it's either because he sat down low right now. There's a big mountain on his western side, so it's either just an extended zip line to the mountaintop, or it's him scouting it in advance. And oh my, is he gonna need to scout in advance? Because look at this western hardshift. Buriram, the only one really blessed who's outside the circle, because they're just gonna insta backfill the rotation they just did to try and make their way back west. But for everyone else, there are so many funnels that you're gonna be forced to drive through. And if you're Na'Vi or 17 out on the edge, the two teams miles ahead of everyone else right now, they're gonna be feasting on teams coming through.
And already I'm saying, look at the spot that AGAL is in. That is that compound right there on the roadside, just to the south of the stadium. We've seen that become a huge player so many times in the past in circles like this. We'll see if it continues in the same direction as stadium circles go. Delwyn did take the E-pick, and then the rest of the Falcons have found their way in. They've also found a doozy flying around.
I was going to say, Delwyn can only fly so far because his teammates are like, bro, we can't keep up. We need to try and dodge and weave all these teams down below. And he's actually been forced to leave quite early, but now he comes down to the ground. So said Panzerfaust in hand. Will connect, but not enough to take out DuckJuice, and now the push comes through to follow.
Oh, no, the rest of Na'Vi in vehicles, and if Sosa can keep this going here just a little bit longer, he's gonna have support. He's only got 5 HP. The peak not coming through. He'll go down in the end of Clories, and the rest of Na'Vi have now arrived, but it's only Fairest.
They're trying to collapse in the building, but they're doing so too little, too late. Sosa already down now. More damage is coming through. Extends down. Fairest down. DuckJuice doing God's work with nades in hand. Will throw the third as well, and Hakatori is only now coming down to try and fortify, but I don't think there's a world where he makes this happen, and no, he has to dip. He has to concede this one, and this ain't the game that Na'Vi was hoping for sure.
Man, that is rough. That is absolutely brutal. And I mean, the Expendables pay the price. Oh, and Hakatori gets spotted by Flame too, so he can't even stay alive for the late game. So there you go, one of our lobby leaders down very early here on Rondo.
There's a team you don't want to reactivate. I mean, we're talking world champions right now, Expendables. Not off to the most aggressive start of this tournament. 9 points is what they were able to get in the first 2 wrangles, but getting 3 points early on here. I know they lose 1, but now with a decent east side position as well. They might be onto something here on Rondo, even if they're down to 3.
We'll see. Rocky Sports hugging that southern wall. Still got plenty of room around themselves to play with, but BB team rather, best of luck. The rest of his boys just off to the north. Keep an eye there. Khan and the rest of Buriram still coming in from that northern side.
Yeah.
Looks like Khan will spot out that the river crossing is free. Now he will spot out Gike, Quizzy playing around on that hillside. Other than that, it looks like Buriram coming in very late from the north.
This for free, and nothing Gike can do to try and fix it.
No, there really wasn't. And another hard shift now to the west. And Stadium Circle it is, and that compound that I called out earlier from AGAL, dead center. And they are in a good position here. as everybody off to the east, off to the north, now having to find their way in. Nobody in stadium proper.
Yeah.
As Buriram about the closest, they're just hanging around the edges. Looks like Geekay, now that they've lost one, will go ahead and pull into the houses just off to the south of the stadium. You see 17 trading shots with BB Team.
And it's an extra horrible circle for Geekay too. I mean, the fact that they had everything to their disposal, but the loss of Quizzy now makes their ability to spread out and take control so much worse, being just down to 3. So we'll see what they can make of it now, forced into the smaller houses in the southwest side of the stadium.
A number of teams just running into each other right now, changed the game. Fortunate that they were able to make their way through Gen G. And so far, so good, but Beam